Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the Oakdale City Council regular meeting, October 12th, 2021. Sue, would you do roll call, please?
Councilmember Ingebrigtsen.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Councilmember Swiper.
Here.
Councilmember Zappo.
Here.
Mayor Menke.
Here. Tonight we have something special and unique, and it's the Boy Scout Troop 580 that are going to come up and do the presentation of colors. Gentlemen.
Color guard attention. Audience, please rise. Hand salute, hand over heart if not in uniform. Color guard forward march. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Color guard, post the colors. 2. The audience may be seated. Color guard dismissed.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's really spectacular to see. So I applaud the young men who are participating in the troop, and then I also applaud and thank the leaders, the scout leaders. It's a passion. It's a significant amount of time, and it's really worthwhile. So thank you. And we're going to see a little bit more of you guys just a little bit later in the meeting. So, councilors, in front of us we have the agenda for tonight's meeting. Did anybody have any questions or adjustments that they'd like to make to it? I'm going to have one, and in the agenda it's just a nitpick, but on page 3, towards the end, after the claims, it says adjourn. We're really just going to recess into the closed session with the labor negotiations. So at that point, we're going to need a motion to recess and take it away. So. Let's see, can I have a motion to approve the agenda with that modification?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, thank you. First up on the agenda then for actions are 2 public hearings. The first one we're going to address tonight is the vacation of property, and this is located at 2270 Helmo Avenue. Who would like to, is there any presentation or any discussion about this? Good evening, Erin. Ms.
Good
Dupree. Right, or Purdue.
Purdue, yep. Good evening, Mayor and council members. First public hearing tonight is for 2270 Helmo Avenue. The property owners are looking to pave a portion of their current gravel, a portion of their driveway that's currently gravel. Their proposal meets the setbacks, but is within the drainage and utility easement that is around the perimeter of the property. So they are requesting vacation of that easement. Staff has looked at this and confirmed that there are no drainage structures or utilities in that easement, and so the recommendation is for your approval tonight.
Very good. Councilors, any questions for Erin?
Comment. I live probably 500 feet from this, drive by it multiple times a day, and not that it looks bad now, but aesthetically, this, allowing this and allowing them to pave this definitely be an improvement, so.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Erin. So I will now open the public hearing to comments from the audience. This is an opportunity for anybody that's in the audience that would like to comment on this particular action. Please come forward to the podium, state your name and your address, and share your thoughts. Our tradition in the past has been that the time at the podium is typically around 3 minutes. And truly, if we have a large number of people, if you share the views of the prior person, it's very acceptable just to say that you share those views without having to repeat. So is there anybody in the audience who would like to comment on this topic? one last time, is there anybody in the audience who would like to comment on this, this vacation of property? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing, bring it back up front, and counselors, if you have questions, then let's say, I'll entertain a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt Resolution 2021 approving the vacation of the southerly 5 feet of the easement on the north lot line of 2270 Helmo Avenue North.
Here's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. The second public hearing tonight is for vacation of property, and this is at 6006 25th Street Circle. Aaron, would you lead us through again, please?
Sure. So this vacation easement is for right-of-way, a little bit different than the last one. The property owners are looking to combine their lots. They own 4 lots and are looking, I'm sorry, 4 lots. The right-of-way cuts through a portion of their property and actually overlaps their house a bit. This is unused right-of-way extending from 25th Street Circle North. It was originally platted as Brockway Lane. Again, staff has reviewed this and confirmed that there is no intended future use by the city of that right-of-way, and there are no utilities located there. So in order to allow the property owners to combine their lots, the vacation needs to take place, and we would recommend approval of that request.
Very good. Thank you. Counselors, any questions for Aaron? Okay, thank you very much. I will now open the public hearing to comments from the audience. Audience, is there anybody here that would like to comment on this topic regarding the vacation of the property at 6006 25th Circle? If there is, please come to the podium, state your name and address, and then share your thoughts. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to comment on this topic? And then finally, is there anybody in the audience who would like to comment on this topic? Seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing, bring the topic back up to the council. Councilors, any questions? Can I have a motion then, please?
Make a motion to waive reading and adopt Resolution number 2021 approving the vacation of Brockway Lane where it crosses property at and around 6006 25th Street Circle North.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes as presented. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron, and thank you to the residents. Next up on the topic, or next up on the agenda is the approval of minutes. And in front of us, in our packet, we had the regular meeting minutes from the Oakdale City Council, September 14th, 2021. Upon review, councilors, did you have any questions or corrections? Could I have a motion then, please?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those meeting minutes are approved as presented. Thank you. Next on our agenda is this time called open forum. Open forum is a time where anybody that's in the audience would like to talk about anything that's not on the agenda, we invite to come forward to the podium. Again, at the podium, please state your name, your address, and then share your topic with us. The open forum is really not a chance to engage on those type of things, but it's a chance for residents to share information for us to follow up on or just to receive. Prior to that, we have a special time. Again, this is with Boy Scout Troop 580. So at this time, guys, I'm going to ask you to come up one at a time, starting with your troop leader, Scoutmaster, and state your name, what troop you're in, and where you're from, and then return to your seat while the rest of the young adults do the same thing. After everybody's had a chance to come up and introduce their names, I'm going to ask everybody to come up, and we're going to have a couple of pictures with.
Thank you very much, City Council, Mayor, for having us and for all the volunteering that you guys do in the community. I am Andy Morcom. I'm the Scoutmaster of Troop 580, and with us we also have Troop 188 out of North St. Paul.
Very good.
I am Dan Zimlich, Scoutmaster phasing out from Troop 580. And it's been a pleasure to have been here multiple times for our troop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on, young man. Never come down and- You're welcome. Go ahead and state your name then.
My name's Nathan, and I'm a tenderfoot rank,
What group?
580,
What city?
Oakdale.
Very good. Good evening.
Evening. My name is Joe Schmidt. My troop is 580. The city, Oakdale. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Glad you're here.
I am Cameron Meehan from Troop 580, and I'm from Oakdale. My name is Lucas Lee of Troop 580 in Oakdale.
My name is Isaac Lee. I'm from Troop 580, and I'm a tenderfoot from Oakdale.
I'm James Swimore. I am from Matamidi. I'm from Troop 188, and I'm presently life rank. I'm Peter Wymore, and I'm from Matamidi and James's brother.
I am Miles Worst. I'm from Troop 188, and I'm from North St. Paul.
I'm Spencer Sackey from Troop 188, North St. Paul, Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Justin Zimlich from Troop 580, and I'm an Eagle Scout from Oakdale.
My name is Philip Wymore, and I'm from Matamidi, and I'm in Troop 188.
Hi, I'm Carter, second class, Troop 580, and I'm from Lake Elmo.
Hi, I'm Pong Lee from Troop 580. I'm currently a Life Scout, and I'm from Oakdale.
Hi, I'm Ian Morcombe, and I'm from Troop 580 in Oakdale.
You guys come on up, we'll do a picture. You guys want to come on down? Please.
Tall ones in the back.
That means you're in the front now.
Okay, we have to get together.
I gotta get behind you.
You see everybody? Right. Give us a countdown though. 1, 2, 3.
It's too late.
Mayor can only get to 2.
I think all of us have like 5 or 10.
Yeah, I think there should be one good one.
Thanks, guys, very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Absolutely, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. We have a couple things going on. It's a pretty easy meeting tonight. But, we'll stay as long as you can. Okay.
Was it say Southern? Yeah, we just haven't reconsidered it. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Just have
Is there a wrong?
Next item we get to talk about at open
Mayor,
forum time.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, it was just brought to my attention that the vacation of the easement on the north lot line of 2270 should say the southerly 5 feet? The
Northern.
It should say northerly, yeah.
The northerly 5 feet of the easement, so we should make a motion to reconsider that action and then re-vote on it.
Okay. Is it as easy, just me asking for a motion to reconsider the?
Yes.
Motion, prior motion.
Everybody voted in favor, so anybody can make the motion, right?
So can I have a motion then, councilors, for this modification to the prior motion?
It actually would be a motion to reconsider. That passes, and then you vote on it all over again.
Okay, can I have a motion to reconsider?
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion passes. Could I have a motion then, please?
I'll make a motion to waive reading, adopt resolution number 2021, approving the vacation of the northerly? Is there an N in there? 5 feet of the drainage and utility easements on the north lot line of 2270 Helmo Avenue.
Thank you. There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second, is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. Next up on the open forum time is a proclamation, and this is for First Responders Day. Let me go ahead and read it, and then I'll invite anybody that's in the audience who would like to comment on anything to participate then. So the proclamation goes, whereas 911 dispatchers, emergency medical services, fire personnel, law enforcement, and search and rescue teams protect and aid the public when there is an emergency or crisis. And whereas after the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013, police officer Sean Collier was shot to death by bombing suspects while responding to a report of a disturbance. And whereas soon after, Officer Collier's brother began a movement to recognize and honor the men and women who are first on the scene of emergencies and who risk their lives to save others. And whereas every day first responders risk their own safety in the performance of their duties to protect citizens. And whereas first responders are at the ready to aid others 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas first responders undergo significant education, training, and personal sacrifice to achieve the expertise needed to respond to every type of emergency or crisis. Whereas in 2019, legislators established October 28th, First Responders Day in the nation. Therefore, I, Paul Reinke, Mayor of Oakdale, Minnesota, hereby proclaim October 28 as First Responders Day. A witness thereof, I have hereby set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Oakdale to be fixed on this 12th day of October 2021. Very neat and very special. So the first responders I know in our community are phenomenal, and the dedication is very, very high and extreme. So congratulations to them. So to finish up on the open forum, is there anybody in the audience that has a topic that they want to share with us or a concern they would like to share with us? Sir? Hello again.
Hello.
Still need to state your name and address,
Yes.
please.
Andy Morcom, my address is 7833 31st Street North in Oakdale here. And my concern isn't about necessarily what's going on in Oakdale, but I know that there's proposed 1 million square foot of warehouse space in Lake Elmo, directly across from Ideal Avenue. And I know Ideal Avenue is the boundary, so I assume there's some shared roadways in the process. So my concern is it's heavily trafficked down the roadway there. So I just wanted to make sure that the city was aware of the proposed construction taking place, that there's some plans for boulevards, sidewalks, consideration for semi-traffic going along a residential neighborhood.
There is, and the key element on that is that it's a county road. So as that project continues moving forward, and if it moves forward, and the plans become finalized, that's the time to be sure to plug in for those type of comments also.
So this would be something to bring up to Washington County specifically?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
And they also notice, just like we do for public hearings on improvements like this.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Is there anybody else in the audience who would like to comment? Okay, I think we'll move forward then with consensus motions. In front of us tonight, we have consensus motions A through E. Anybody want to pull anything for further discussion? Could I have a motion then, please?
Motion to approve consensus motions, consensus motions as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the consensus motions are approved as presented. Thank you. Next up on the list is the advisory boards and commissions. This is, in front of us, we have the regular meeting minutes from the Oakdale Tree Board, June 15th, 21. Upon review, were there any questions or comments? Then we'll acknowledge that those have been received. Staff reports is the next component, and this is the first one is the community development, dealing with the comprehensive plan text and map amendment, the zoning ordinance text and map amendment, zoning ordinance text and then map amendment for the Greenway Station Bus Rapid Transit Oriented Development. Ms. Perdue.
That was a mouthful. Thank you, Mayor and members of council. We are back before you for you to consider the comprehensive plan amendment along with a comprehensive map amendment altogether, and then two motions regarding rezoning. One creating the new PUD district for the Greenway Station area, and then the second rezoning the parcels. Based on our conversation at your last workshop, we made a few changes to both the text of the PUD, the text of the comprehensive plan amendment, and then the ordinance that would complete the rezoning. So I'll just review those with you. First of all, you had some concerns about the width of the trails that we're showing in the comprehensive plan amendment. And so I've added text in there that clarifies before any of those figures are shown that those were concepts only, and that when the trails are constructed, they will meet whatever the city policy is at the time, considering safety standards as well. So clarifying that. On the PUD ordinance itself, we removed some of the specific designations of parcels for particular uses so that any of the uses in the district could happen on any of the parcels. And so a little bit more flexibility in terms of the mix of uses and what goes where. And then finally, the ordinance adopting the rezoning of those parcels. Jim has made edits to those, again, allowing for clarifying that non-conforming uses can continue. Also, with your approval, you can allow for those non-conforming uses to expand. And so we have made that clarification just so long as the expansions meet the setback requirements of the current zoning district. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any other questions or take comments that you have.
Thank you, Aaron. Councilors, anything? Could you touch on just a little bit the public hearing that was held by the Planning Commission?
Oh, yes. So that was before my time here at Oakdale, but yes, there was a Planning Commission public hearing that was held
August 5th.
August 5th, yes, I was looking for that date. There was discussion there. At that time, the ordinance was to rezone all of the parcels, but did not have these specific modifications. I think the Planning Commission shared some of your concerns about the existing uses there, and so they recommended not rezoning all of the parcels all at once. With these arrangements, we are hoping that that takes care of that concern from the Planning Commission and from Council.
Yep. And that was part of the concern that was transmitted to us. The concerns raised by the Planning Commission were transmitted to us, along with some property owner comments, which led us to postpone action from last meeting, make the modifications to the ordinance so that it addressed those concerns that we had, and now here we are tonight. So, councilors, anything?
Yeah, Mayor. You know, and I want to preface this by saying I don't speak for anyone else on the council except myself. These are just my personal feelings. I want to acknowledge to everyone in the neighborhood that that spoke up on this issue, expressed their concerns. You know, me as an elected official, this is one of the rare situations where no matter how I vote it's going to make some people unhappy. And I just kind of wanted to, first of all, acknowledge the people in the neighborhood that expressed their concerns. You were heard, and I want them to know that. But in the end, you know, with my vote, I have to weigh who is going to be impacted the most by this vote. And I drew the conclusion that the property owner in question who would like his property rezoned would feel the biggest impact either way. And that's why I will be voting in favor of the zoning change for the property in question tonight. So, and I did just want to acknowledge everybody in the neighborhood that spoke up, so.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilors, Councilors, anything else? So tonight we have 3 actions being under consideration. We'll take them one at a time. So we're going to have a motion for the first one, which is amending the Code of Ordinances.
What was that, Mr.
Can I have
Mayor?
a motion for the first one?
Amending the comp plan, you mean?
Comp.
That's the first.
The first one should be the comprehensive plan amendment.
Yeah, the very first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt resolution number 2021 approving an amendment to the 2040 comprehensive plan to add Appendix F, Greenway Station Small Area Plan, and re-guiding the subject parcels to Greenway Station Bus Rapid Transit Oriented Development.
So there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Could I have a motion on the next one, which is adopting a zoning ordinance?
Sorry, I'm scrolling.
And I just can't read without glasses.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt ordinance XXX, amending the Code of Ordinances for the City of Oakdale, Chapter 25 zoning by amending Chapter 25 zoning, Article 16, to add Section 25-120, adopting the Greenway Station Planned Unit Development District, GSPUD.
So there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. Can I have a final one for the number 3? Dealing with the rezoning component.
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt ordinance XXX, rezoning the subject parcels from C2 Community Commercial to Greenway Station Planned Unit Development District.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Jim's got a thought.
I just noticed one thing, the text, it says subject parcels is, it should be plural, right? We're rezoning
Subject
yes.
parcels.
parcels, plural.
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that's right.
Good point. Thank you.
Yeah,
So there's a motion. Can I have a second, please?
I seconded.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion, additional discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. Next up is time with the Public Works Director, City Engineer. Mr. Bachmeyer, good evening.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the council. The one item I have on the agenda tonight is to initiate street improvements for 2022. And these are neighborhoods that we'd like to start investigating options to improve the pavement conditions. There are areas where we're spending more and more of our maintenance dollars maintaining them, so it's to the point where we should look at alternatives to patching. The improvements that we're going to be looking at generally are rehabbing the pavement within the existing curb and gutter in the neighborhoods, and then also addressing underground utilities. We investigate those, we televise them, we also look at our records to see if there's any other things that can be addressed before we repave the streets. We also look at improving the lighting and the safety in those areas as well. So going with replacing a lot of the lighting systems with LED that are more efficient and provide more uniform lighting in the neighborhood. The other segment of the improvements that is included in here is 4th Street from Helmo Avenue to Inwood Avenue. That is a street that is in very poor pavement condition. It's kind of a collector street in our community. It also is a section that is not currently have curb and gutter, storm sewer lighting, those kind of things. So we'd like to bring that up to city standards as part of the project. So It's our recommendation the council consider initiating the projects at this time. We also recognize these improvements will be reflected in the CIP that will require additional council approval and consideration later in the year, but we do like to initiate them now, to take the opportunity to go out and do our field work while the weather is more pleasant than it would be in about 2 months. So we would appreciate that. With that, I'd stand for any questions that council may have.
Thank you, Brian. Councilors, anything for Brian? Very good, then. Any discussion amongst ourselves? Could I have a motion then, please?
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt resolution 2021 initiating city project 2022-01 and authorizing the preparation of feasibility reports to improve the pavement, utility, and lighting conditions on the following roadways with the assumption and condition that these projects will be approved in the 2022 CIP.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. Thank you. Mr. Thompson, City Attorney, you are up
Same
next.
as council, nothing specific to report tonight. I can answer questions.
Thank you. Councilors, anything for Jim? Very good. Volkers, City Administrator time.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, the only item I have, and then I'll stand for questions, is the city received, or the fire department specifically received from a resident donation for in appreciation for the good service that the fire department did and always does in their work. So that was very generous of the resident to offer the donation. So per policy and state statute, we do need to accept that formally. So I would ask that that be done at this time, and I will stand for any questions.
Councilors, any questions for Chris? Okay, can I have a motion then, please?
I'll make a motion to waive reading and adopt resolution 2021 XXX, accepting a donation from Barbara Zahoski.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes as presented. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Brian, you just gave on adopting the next street improvement project. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share for tonight?
Nothing further to report.
Okay. Councilors, anything for Brian? Very good. Thank you. Next up is the council presentations. I think we'll start down on my left. Councilmember Zabel.
Just a couple things of recognition. We've had some businesses or restaurants or, well, businesses in our community celebrate some anniversaries lately, so I just wanted to give them a shout out. Wild Boar celebrated 5 years down off of, what is that, Helena?
Yes.
Yeah, Helena. Oak Marsh just celebrated 25 years, so that was pretty cool. And then Beer Stube celebrated 30 years. So pretty big milestones
amazing.
for a lot of our businesses, and we're really glad to have them here in Oakdale, so congratulations to all of them.
Great,
Agreed.
great.
Anything else?
That's it.
Billy? Councilmember
I just
Swedberg?
want to do a shout out and welcome back to Jeff Kuzling. He joined us back, so he was missed by his crew and everyone here at the city. So welcome back, Jeff.
I've got two. One is just an acknowledgement for the people who volunteer to clean up our roadways, county roads especially. Last couple of weekends have been the mounds of trash bags that are the result of their work, and it sure makes a big difference in our community and the whole East Metro. And I also wanted to say maybe a thank you and a congratulations to Linnea, Community Development Senior Planner. Sad for us that she has submitted her resignation to move on to a different position, but we wish her much success and thank her for the work that she's done. Councilmember Olson, anything?
Nothing for me tonight.
Councilmember Ingebrigtsen.
Yeah, hate to be the downer, but just want to express my condolences to Dallas Pearson on our planning commission, who lost his wife over the weekend. Dallas has served the community well, and he's also a friend, so just want to publicly express my support to Dallas. So
I think your comments on behalf of the whole council and from the
Yes.
city
Right.
truly are heartfelt, and
Yes.
we all recognize his loss.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
Next up on the agenda then would be claims. In front of us, we've had a chance to review the summary of claim rosters from September 25 all the way through October 8th in the amount of $1,641,398.43. Upon review, councilors, did you have anything that you wanted to ask more questions about or pull? Could I have a motion then, please?
Motion to approve claims is presented.
There's a motion. Is there any, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes as presented. Thank you. Could I have a motion to recess to the closed session to address, to discuss the labor negotiation strategy?
Jim's got a thought.
Whoops.
Mr. Mayor, I'll let Chris speak.
Okay.
I know what's
Thank
going
you, Mr. Mayor, City Council, I'm sorry. If we could recess to the work session, continue the work session, then we will go through the script that you'll need to do for, is that okay, Jim?
Yes, so the motion now would be to recess back to the closed session.
No, the workshop.
Excuse me.
workshop.
My disease.
Yeah, sorry about that. To the workshop. And then when you're done with that, the motion would be to just reopen the council meeting and recess the closed session pursuant to the, as the motion is worded on the agenda.
Yeah, and I have a script for the mayor too, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Perfect.
So I'm going to just talk about what just happened here to the Boy Scouts. So when we have an opportunity as a city, council take informal action or formal discussions about labor negotiations or anything personnel-oriented, land sales, anything that we need to talk amongst ourselves before we go out to the public, we have by statute the ability to close the session where it becomes very private. We keep a recording of it, but nobody else is here except us and the impacted department leaders. So at that time, in fact, very shortly, I'm going to ask for you guys to be excused. You can hang around if you'd like us for the workshop, but it's probably not very interesting for you. Because after the workshop, where we talk about just general business of the city, then we're going to come back into this closed session portion, have our discussion, and then we'll end the meeting after that. So that's what that is all about. So can I have a motion to recess to the workshop?
I'll make a motion to recess to the workshop.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Then this meeting is recessed, and we'll pick it up at the workshop.